All right, good morning, May 2nd, 2024. And yay, this is William from Williams, Philippines. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good wherever you are. I hope you're having a good day. Uh, yeah, was digging around, finding things, moving stuff. Found my dog's ball. Don't have the dog anymore, but I still got the ball. Uh, yeah, puppies. I miss him. Actually, I miss both of them, Jack and Mother. So, it's been a while. But I got 2 cats now, and well, I'm happy with that. Uh, it is what it is. And yeah. Anyway, I found a ball that was Jack's. And yeah. Also found pneumatic tools. Yeah. Lots of things. Soldering irons and electrical stuff. Uh, got rid of a bunch of old games. I don't know too many people that want to play games that barely were games. And they played on Windows 95 computers and 98 computers. So I've got a little trash bin. Yeah, full of old games and some wires and such. And I found a bunch of wires that I had cut up. I was going to make a Helix, quadruplex Helix antenna a while back. And I just found those wires I'd cut up for it. And basically it's a 2-meter radio antenna that I could use to connect with the space station when it goes over on my little handheld 2-meter radio. And basically it looks kind of like a ball, except it's twisted and the wires kind of go down to the sides at an angle, and this here gives it better reception of the signal because the space station is flying overhead and you have to take and constantly aim your antenna at it to get a good signal. Well, this kind of solves that problem of having to chase it across the sky, and it's built so that it's really a whole bunch of little antennas all put together so that you don't have to move it. And you can communicate that way with it because you get antennas. But I found all the little wires that I had done with that and the instructions on how to build it. But yeah, I'm not going to try to build it. I'm going to carry that stuff over and give it to somebody at the ham club. It is what it is. Anyway, yeah. I found some things, moved some things around, and did this, that, and the other for here at the house. The real reason I got to digging over there and ended up finding all that stuff was because, well, I set that little drone down right here where this little computer's at, and I hit the go button. Well, instead of just trying to go up, yeah, it charged me. My inner stupid jumped out and tried to attack me with the drone. Because I was sitting right here when I hit it, and it came up this way and went over and landed over there toward the top corner of that closet. Crashed and fell down behind the chair, and I had to go digging and find all the parts. And while I was down there, I found all this other stuff. But that's okay. It does fly. at least it connected to the controller unit. I decided that inside was not a good place to play with it, so I put all the pieces back up and packaged it back up, and I've got it sitting to the side. I'll tinker with it someday outside when I have more time outside. Yeah. And I moved a few things around and put my passport, with a few other documents and such, so that it's all in a place together. And yeah. Oh, and in case you might have noticed, I put it to use. And it actually seems to work pretty good. It clogs up when your hair's 1/4 inch, 3/8 of an inch long. So, yeah. But for just short stuff, after I got it clipped back and cleaned out and clipped back and cleaned out a few times, it started really working good once I got all that off, the long stuff. So I'm going to be using that to keep my hair short. Don't need the insulation. Summer's coming up. I might try during next winter. Basically, I'll probably stop using it come about the end of September, early October, and then let it grow through until probably March area. Let it get up a little bit. Because I have the little other clippers that I can adjust up and keep it at about a 1/2 inch long. So I can use those for, yeah. Yeah, I don't really like letting people around me with sharp stuff, so I'm really not too hip on the idea of barbers. So I do it myself. Yeah. But it is what it is. Anyway, got cleaning up and was cleaning some carbon off of my cast iron frying pan. And I'm really torn. I think I want to bring that with me because, well, there's not much that survived the insanity of my being on Stupid Street. And that cast iron skillet is one of the things that did. Because even when you're out on Stupid Street, you still need to cook food on occasion. And, well, it's cheaper to cook it yourself than to have somebody else cook it for you. Yeah. And so, I'm kind of partial to my cast iron frying pan. And I'm trying to decide whether I want to bring it with me or not. And then part of me is like, okay, on my flight that I'm looking at, I can fly from here to Dallas, and swap from Love Field to DFW. And here to Dallas, Southwest Airlines lets you have 2 free bags. 2 bags fly free. So, yeah, I can carry 2 free bags over that way and get them from Love Field in Dallas over to DFW, Dallas Fort Worth International Airport, and get over on Korean Air and fly Korean Air, and they allow 2 bags for my classification to be checked. And so I'm going to try to bring some of my stuff with me. Not much. But I would like to have at least enough to cook me a basic, simple meal. I don't know about you, but I like cooking. I enjoy my own cooking. I had to figure it out and do it pretty much for myself for the last 40 years because nobody else was doing it for me. Yeah. I mean, I had a few girlfriends that would cook, but yeah. I didn't keep a lot of them very long, and yeah, most of them I cooked better than they did. So, yeah. But anyway, boy, my back's actually sore. I was doing some of those exercises to, straighten the back, straighten the shoulders, and, you know. So I'm actually tired there. Uh, I'm trying to remember to stay straight and such. Yeah, it is what it is. But yes, I do want to try to bring a bit of my kitchen with me. And part of me really doesn't want to lose that cast iron skillet because, like I said, it's one of the few things that made it with me off Stupid Street. So I'm kind of partial to it. But then, do I want to have it over there and toting it around for a year? Always not, always having to carry extra weight? I don't know. Put it in a Balak buying box here and have it shipped over? I don't know. Yeah. All these things are burning my brain cells. So, yeah. I'm trying to do more of the thinking in that area. And there's, I'm still getting rid of computers. I'm trying to get rid of all the desktops. Don't need them. I've got one of these little bitty mini cubes as my desktop. So all these other ones are going bye-bye. I've already got that part figured out. Most of my laptops are going back bye-bye. I have one that's, a laptop that I'm thinking about bringing with me, but it's heavy and bulky and has big batteries. I've got two of them, and they're, 14, 16 inches long. Do I really want to tote extra batteries? I know, and here I am complaining about the weight on the batteries when I'm actually thinking about bringing cast iron skillet with me. I know, I'm crazy. I enjoy that, though. But at this point, I am thinking that's going to disappear. I'm going to give it to one of the girls, probably for a Christmas present. Here, take it. Go do something. I've got another one. I don't know if anybody else wants to deal with Linux. It's actually a better computer. I might bring that one because I really like Linux. But Linux don't do what I want it to do in the way of video editing. So I need to... And it's not capable of being upgraded to Windows 10 or 11. So if I keep it, it's going to just be a Linux machine. Do I want to tote a Linux machine over there? Don't get me wrong, it's a Dell. It's a pretty good computer. My boss gave it to me, and I just erased the hard drive and put a Linux on it. I would say I would put the original hard drive back in, but I didn't save it. I dumped it and went with Linux. Might not have been my brightest idea. Just saying. But I'm looking at all the different batteries I've got. 3 batteries and this little USB chargeable hair clipper, and my other hair clipper that's USB chargeable. Yeah. Can't put them in the bag going underneath, so they got to be in the carry-on. And yeah, I don't know. We'll see. And then I got all these SSD drives, they're not big ones, Linux, you don't need a lot of big hard drives. I've actually got a bunch of little 3.5-inch spin drives they're only 80 gig. I'm gonna probably farm those out with a few of these other laptops I got, so folks can have something to, use as either Windows 7, and you can actually install Windows 7 on an 80 gig hard drive. Doesn't leave a lot of extra room, 30 gig or so, by the time you add a few things in, yeah. But for Linux only uses up like 8 or 12 gig, depending on the distribution you have. So, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, finding this, finding that. I even found one of my, and no, it's not a switchblade. It's a swing blade with the little thing here that you use to flip it out. So, yay. I wonder, can I bring that with me to the Philippines? I don't know. But it's actually a pretty good knife. Like I say, I found it because I'd put it somewhere and apparently knocked something over, or had the dog knock something over, and it's been disappeared for a while. Anyway, I am definitely missing my dogs. Jack, aka Ahmed the Terrorist Puppy. Loved him dearly. He ate through my fences. Everything, pretty much. Gate. That's why I have cattle panel up as a fence instead of letting him get out. But anyway, I've got tools and such to go put back outside. A couple of them. And yeah. Don't I just love trying to organize things to pack them up so I can get rid of them. And part of me wants to bring, my tools with me. Because, well, what guy doesn't have tools? I mean, seriously. I'm a Texan. I've been doing homesteading here at in my backyard for 15 years. And, collecting all the things that a homestead needs. Tools to work around the house. Tools to make things with. Saws. I was a frame carpenter. I can build houses. Yeah. And then just plain old tools for working around the house and working on the car. Air ratchet. Seriously, air ratchet. It's not like I'm going to need that over there. I don't think I'm going to be working on cars or bikes, but I don't know. I like tinkering with things. Part of me says just carry one tool set. Yeah. I gotta pack some things up, so I'm actually thinking next paycheck go over and talk to the guy from the Balak Buying Box guy and buy a couple Balak Buying boxes and pack what I want to pack in there. And if I still want to do it at the at the time I leave here, I can carry them over and give them to my aunt until I get over there and I can find a place to send them to. And then she can just call the guy and have him come pick them up and ship them over. I don't know. I don't really think I need all my saws and such. But then, because they're all, my tools are all the electrical ones. Like my air compressor, my skill saws and such, they're all 120. So they won't come over there unless I'm bringing a bunch of extra equipment to, My inverters. I've got inverters that'll, power up and run 120. So I could bring those with me and run them off batteries. My battery charger actually will take 220 and take and convert it to 110 to 12 volt, which I can then turn, and I'm back into that 3-ring circus. Why do I want to carry all that crap with me? If I need tools over there, pretty much get ones that are capable of handling 220 over there. But small air compressor, and I can have all my pneumatic tools for working on cars, but I don't want to work on cars anymore. I just realized, this last time, how fast and easy it was for the guy to swap out my oil filter and check everything for me. And I'm like, I don't want to have to do that again. I was just out in the garage and saw, 4 gallons of oil. I've got 4 oil changes in my garage, and I know that 3 of the oil filters I got out there will work with this car. I've got the car for another year. I do less than 6,000 miles a year, so 2 oil changes a year. I just got one done. I get another one done in, come September, and another one, say January. And then do one right before I sell it. I got enough oil change, but do I really want to go up under there and be doing that? I don't know. And that means I have to save my tools. So I can't sell them until I'm at the end of my shift here. And quite honestly, I'm looking at all those tools and I'm thinking, why don't I just get rid of all of them? And then I realize, because, I need to have them if I'm going to take and do all this work around the house. The paint gun, the airless spray painter I got. I can put 5-gallon bucket under that thing, fill up the 5-gallon bucket with paint, and paint a big area real quick. And I'm probably going to be using that. Because I want, But then part of me says, oh, hell no, sell the house. Let them do all that. And, yeah. I'll get less on my house, but I'll get to not have to do all that labor. I don't know. I think I'm going to entertain a few ideas and have a couple of people come over from those cash for houses places and see what they'll offer me. And if I don't like it, then I can just go ahead and do the house then. Do these repairs to the house myself here. But if I'm going to do that, I need to do that over the next month. Because I still need to have a garage sale, and I really do need to start doing things if I'm not going to take and just sell it. I don't know. I'm having confusion moments. It is what it is. Anyway. All the brain cells going bouncing around inside my head, and I'm surprised I don't have smoke pouring out at this point. But hey, it is what it is. And I also found one of my hats, and it's over here on the dresser, waiting to get put up there with my other hat up there. Yeah, it's one of those old floppy hats, cami thing, black and white cami. It's old, wore out, but it's been kind of partial. Do I want to bring it or not? I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, I'm going to get back to moving things around here, and Uh, I'm getting hungry. It's coming up on 1 or 11 o'clock. Uh, so it's time for me to eat something. And I've got a chunk of steak sitting out there, and I'm thinking, I don't know, 4 eggs go with it, and maybe a bit of French fries. Yeah, steak fries and some eggs sound like a good one to me. Anyway, I'm still running through all these brain cells banging off each other and trying to figure out what to do. But that is my insanity to deal with, so I will deal with my insanities. Anyway, I hope you have a wonderful day wherever you are, whatever time it is. So later, blessings, bye-bye. This is William from Williams, Philippines, and well, I'm Fish. And yes, Fish is out.